us on Brandverse today, we have the new CEO of McCann India, Dheeraj Sinha. Welcome to ET Now.
Thank you. Good to be here, Shivani.
Dheeraj, it's been more than a month since now you've taken charge as the CEO of McCann after the Omnicom IPG acquisition stroke merger. Tell us more, what has the past month been like for you as the head of McCann India, and what has been your immediate mandate?
Yeah. So first and foremost, McCann was the agency that I started my career at, right? So out of Mica, I started with an agency called PSL McCann, which was a joint venture between Mahindra and McCann, and I spent about good 5 years in strategy in McCann.
Sure.
And therefore, it's like homecoming to this brand. And I've always had a lot of respect for this brand.
Yeah.
I mean, right from the campus, it was one of the sexiest agencies to join. Global agency at that point in time, great clients, great talent, great people. And a lot of my own strategy grooming has actually happened at McCann. And I worked on brands such as MasterCard, Reckitt Benckiser, LG, and all of those brands are now here, and I'm getting inducted back again on some of that. So in that sense, a great coming back to what was my source. I think over a period of years, been a fantastic brand, iconic work has come out of the brand. And the idea is to progress that within the Omnicom setup of things, where we have more support from the spine of services such as digital, technology, data, etc. So how do you harness all of that for a creative agency and make sure that the clients get more of through the funnel services and greater value from the business? So that's what would be the focus.
Yeah. And what are some of the conversations that you've had with the new Omnicom leadership that have given you direction for McCann moving forward? Because McCann has had such a body of legacy creative work. One of my favorites being, of course, the Happy Dent campaign that we saw many years ago. So how do you carry that legacy forward, in this new era of tech and AI-driven work that we are seeing in the industry?
So, whenever you're doing something like this, and we did that with FCB, where you have something which is got such a great legacy, right? So you always change with continuity, right? And you have to be careful that you maintain the ethos, you keep the core, you do not destroy the hard work of decades, which has gone behind building a certain brand and a culture, right? So that'll be primarily important for us. I think the brand, whatever we're discussing internally, McCann stands for big work on big clients, right? And that's what has been my core as well. I've always believed in doing building large brands such as Amazon, Spotify, Whisper, etc. So that aligns very well with my philosophy as well. And every agency in today's time, every organization is evolving to embrace the uncertainty, the chaos, the data, the technology part.
Absolutely.
That's table stakes, which we are doing as well. So the positioning around large work for large iconic brands, moving the needle on the ground, great creativity meets great strategy, right? I think those are the significant tenets of building any large agency brand in today's times, and infuse that with AI, data, technology, and agility. And that's the recipe for success, I would imagine.
Absolutely. And, in our previous conversations, you've spoken about how, your core, thinking or your core strategy is to how to solve for some of the clients' problems. But having said that, I will be honest, I have not seen like a mega restructure of this kind, at least in my, more than decade-long experience of covering advertising. From the outside, it looks big. It looks like a massive restructuring that has happened after Omnicom acquired IPG. It comes with a lot of questions for me. I'm sure your clients and the brands that, your agencies serviced will have similar questions. So what are some of the conversations that you're having with your clients? What are the questions that they are asking about this new structure and about this new leadership at McCann?
I think overall, broadly, the whole basket of clients, I feel clients are interested in the people who work with them, right? And our whole approach is to make sure that there's tremendous amount of continuity as far as possible on the client's businesses, and there's no disruption. So a lot of it is actually business as usual. And then they're asking for what more do we get, right? And so that's really the conversation. We are having a conversation with clients to say that you continue to get what you were getting, and you get more and not less. So you get better talent, more teams, more support on digital, technology, media, and all of that. So in that sense, it's a great combination, I would say.
You're someone, for the last X number of times that I have spoken to you, Dheeraj, I have seen you in first leadership role at Leo Burnett, then FCB, and now in the leadership role at McCann India. So tell us, what gives an agency or an advertising agency such as McCann the right to win in today's world? Give us a perspective from the inside, and in terms of what client ask is as well.
I think when a client is calling an agency like ourselves, they are expecting a certain degree of directioning. They are expecting a certain depth of strategy. They are expecting a certain spectacular creativity which moves the needle for them. They are expecting a depth of talent. So clients are saying, okay, who are the people? Can senior folks come? Can they talk to us? So they are expecting a lot from an organization such as McCann, because there's a huge kind of history of delivery, and plus 2 and 3 more organizations coming together and leadership talent coming together. Their expectations are high for sure, and we are ready to deliver on that. But I think in times like today, when there is uncertainty overall in the business environment, in marketing, right? Large organizations with depth of talent like McCann have a right to win because you are ready to guide the marketing setups, and that's what is required in these points of time.
And what will keep an advertising agency relevant going forward, given that even the likes of big tech consulting firms also are stepping into your arena and trying to do similar work that an ad agency does?
I think everything is about outcomes, Shivani, right? Agencies which deliver outcomes on brands will always be in jobs, will always be in service, will always grow, will always do well. So we have to be focused on what's the outcome we are creating for a client, and then we orchestrate that outcome backwards. Whatever it takes, it could take a large piece of content, collaboration, influencer, data, AI piece, doesn't matter. But the agencies of tomorrow are orchestrators of outcomes.
Sure.
As long as we are focused on that, I think we'll win.
Great. All the best for that. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us today.
Amazing. Yeah.